Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'd love to share a topic with us today on a question, where are you? And you might actually wonder that why could I be saying that? But later on you get to know why I'm actually trying to say that. So now, looking at that particular topic, and when someone actually tries to ask you that where are you, it means that, let's say for example, maybe a friend actually came over to your house and came to check up on you, and later found out that your doors were locked, and he calls you and said that, hey Sam, that where are you? And you might, okay, yeah, I'm outside. I went to get something at the groceries. And as a friend, you look at tell you that, okay, wait for me and all. So now when that question comes, means that there's a particular place that you are meant to be at a particular time. So now, looking at that particular question. So there are times that God actually asks us that where are we? And when God actually comes to ask us that where are you, it means that He has come and He does not find us in the place that He wants us to be. And let's take for example in Genesis chapter 1, when God actually gave Adam and Eve like the garden to oversee, to take care of the garden. It means that there was a responsibility, means that there was an assignment, means that there was an intention that God actually had for them. But because something happened, they fell, and that actually took them away from place that God actually wanted them to be. So that's why God actually came to ask that, I've actually been searching, I have not found. It means that they actually left the will of God for their life. So now when God actually comes to ask you that, where are you? It means that there's a particular place that God actually wants you to be, but He finds out that you are not there. So now there's a parable that just guys illustrates in Matthew chapter 20 verse 1, that was saying that the kingdom of heaven is likened unto an household that woke up very, very early in the morning to look for laborers in it to work in his vineyard. And he found some laborers and actually told them to go and work in his vineyard. So now that shows that our destinies are like portions that God actually made for each and every one. Do you know that when we were in our mother's womb, God actually appointed us to become something great in life? Means that God already had a responsibility, God already had a plan for each and every one of us. It means that a laid out plan. So now look, let's take for example Jeremiah. God already told him that he was going to become a prophet. So maybe for example, God might have told you that, oh, that someday you're going to become a professor, you're going to become an engineer. So if that actually comes to pass, means that God is actually trying to make sure that you walk in His preordained path for your life. And the truth is that we as youth, we tend to pursue after fame, we tend to pursue after luxurious lifestyle, which is actually good. But all those things are things that actually take us off that path that God actually laid in plan for us. So God actually made out a plan for each and every one of us. He said that, for I know the thoughts which I think towards you. He said they are thought of good and of evil, to give you an expected end. That shows that God already has an expected end for each and every individual. So when God comes and asks you that where are you, it means that there's tendency that he has come and check at there's anything that has come to come and check in the portion that has ascended unto you. There's anything that has come to come and check in the portion that has ascended unto you, like that vineyard. That where is it that are you actually laboring? Are you working there? And he finds that you're not working there, then it comes to ask you that where are you? That when that question comes, means that it is a question of purpose. And there are so many people that God actually trying to lead them to this question, asking them that where are you? Because you can be lost in the world. And I'm saying lost in the world means that you can be having affluence and having influence and all, but yet you are actually empty, and yet you don't have this sense of fulfillment that is in you. Means that God actually trying to point attention that man, that what you are doing is actually good, but there is a particular assignment that I've given to you that you have to work on. So now, if God has told you, for example, that, oh, that my daughter, you are going to have a crutch, and it seems to you that does not make sense. Maybe, for example, you're a nurse, and God told you that, oh, you're going to have a crutch someday in the future. Maybe part of the promises or praise that God actually told you, and it seems that it doesn't make sense, and you try to pursue all other aspects, and God's trying to point attention that, that this thing, why I'm actually giving you this task is that you are going to be in charge of cultivating young children, because children at their age, at that age, is more of like a transformative age for them. So that's when they begin to learn basic things. So God can be pointing to attention that, oh, that I'm sending you into this particular field so that you can actually help children to have a good and a good moral values. So if God has told you that, oh my son, you are going to become a businessman, and things seems as if it's not actually working in accordance to what God actually laid out and planned for you, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged, because there are times I might feel discouraged, and what the devil actually uses is that he uses discouragement to actually weigh us off that particular path. So when you are discouraged, you tend to seek opinions from people. You tend to seek assistance from people, from even other means. And the funny thing is that there are friends that can actually come to that can actually tell you that, okay, you want an assistant, and they can try to advise you from their own reasoning, from their own logical mind. But that might be not what God actually trying to bring out of it yet, because there are times that God will actually put you at a spot, not you like at a waiting spot now, and it seems that you are not moving forward. And when it seems you are not moving forward, it might seem that things are not just going, they are just going zigzag, 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 and your friends are actually going ahead of you. But the thing is that when God actually bears you on his wings, and do you know that, for example now, if I'm walking, I can actually take a calculated step. But if I'm actually maybe flying, let's say for example a bird that just flap its wings, means that it can actually go a long distance. So now when you actually wait on God, and God modes you totally, and it moves you to a place that you know that now you have become a vessel to honor, then what it does is that it takes you on his wings. Then when it takes you on his wings, then just a flap of the feathers of God, or okay, just a flap of his wings can actually propel you to over the years that you might seems that you have been waiting. So that's when you say that God actually tries to compress time. So now means that if you're actually at your waiting stage, and it seems that you're not going well for you, just wait on God. Don't go ahead of him. Just wait on him, and you see that things are actually working out well for you. So now for everyone that God's actually trying to point the attention that, oh, that I've given you this assignment in life to become this and see, to become a professor. God can tell you that, oh my son, the path I have for you is to become a professor, because he knows that you are going to raise godly leaders, you are going to raise students that are going to stand out for God, they are going to be a model for God. So not necessarily that you're going to be preaching, but your lifestyle can be what to actually be drawing the attention of students to you, and through that you become their mentors, and through that God begins to mold you, then begin to form like you become a light that people can say that, oh, I want to become like him. I want to become like, because they've seen that there's a pattern that I've actually followed for life. So if you are having your sense of peace being withdrawn, it might be that God is trying to tell you that, oh my son, just come back to that particular track, that particular plan that I have for you. So please, if there are prophecies, if there are promises that God has told you before, make sure you go over them again, and trying to ask God that, God, how are these things going to come to place? And I believe that if God has given you those promises genuinely, everything is going to come out very, very well at the end. So don't give up on the promises that God has made for you. Don't just go off the course, because God has so much for each and one of us. And on my final note, and those portions are God's divine provision. And if because of that, if because you are actually scared of what God has told you, and or for example you are just worried, or you've even left the path, maybe because of due to maybe frivolous lifestyle, or maybe because of sin, just go back to God. And the thing is that God actually has a restoration plan for each and everyone. So whatever you might have lost, God can actually restore them back. So don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and comment on this particular video that I've actually shared with you. So yeah, hope to see you next time. Thank you. Yeah, bye.